Hey Sam, how you doing?
Hey Matt, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. Tomorrow is a good day in the UK, I think. Can go outside again.
Oh, it's tomorrow, isn't it? Happy
Tomorrow's the
Monday or
next,
something.
yeah, tomorrow's so you can rule of six mix with two other households, I
Oh,
think.
oh God, why am I in Mexico right now? This is a momentous moment. The first time it feels like in a year. Oh wow, that's exciting.
What's in Mexico? What are you doing in Mexico?
I'm working on a production, a romantic comedy called The Book of Love. Um, yeah, so I mean, I arrived about literally a week ago, and we just started filming on Wednesday, and yeah, just kind of getting into the motions. And I think my body's still adjusting, just to sort of a new environment, new a
Yeah.
set of four walls, a new culture, new people, new language. But it's yeah, I'm happy to kind of see sunlight. In all honesty,
Yeah, it's something, isn't it? Yeah. Well, congratulations on this film.
thank you very much.
If you take, I watched it the other night and really enjoyed it. It felt like a bit of a throwback to some films I used to watch in the 90s, you know, those kind of
Yes, everyone's
family
yeah.
family thrillers. And I used to like them. We miss them now. The landscape of movies has kind of changed. So it must have been great to kind of be in that world because we don't really see a lot of these kind of movies much these days.
Yeah, it's definitely, for me it felt like a brand new genre and a brand new sort of yeah, style of film. Like I think that, it was a different type of script. I feel like most scripts that I read, that I kind of knew where the ending was going. I sort of felt very, very predictable. And what's been difficult for me is actually when I watched the film, when I watched it for the first time, like when I watched it back, I, I remember calling the director and went, "Oh, it's too obvious. It's too obvious. The ending's too obvious." And it's because you know where it's ending. Like, I mean, you see, I sort of see every little hint of the character, or the sort of real person sort of in the character, within the character. Any sort of look that I give, I'm like, oh, it's so obvious. It's too obvious. When you know where the twist is going, it is obvious. But I think what was fun reading it for the first time was that I was surprised and constantly kind of excited and on the edge of my seat, and the fear of not knowing where it was going, and feeling repulsed when he was sort of dating the sister, and then when he was at I think that the fear of the unknown is something that is so unfortunately rarely unexplored in film, and it was definitely fun to play with.
Yeah, in these kind of movies, sometimes the English accent is a giveaway, isn't it? Sometimes in the old days, the English accent is a giveaway.
That was something, because originally I think he was meant to be American, and it was Vaughn, the director, who sort of came up with the idea of making him English, because it was always written that the brother had been in England and so was sort of distant. So he was, or maybe they grew up in England, they grew up all over the world and grew up apart. So it sort of explains why he hasn't been mentioned that much. And it was something we explored and played around with. Uh, and for me, it meant one less thing to think about, having to sort of do an American accent for a whole film. So I was kind of grateful, I suppose.
Yeah, we were debating in the office about which role you were playing, as opposed to in the early, when we looked on IMDb, Harrison Ford and Zac Efron were like attached to it a while ago. So we were wondering,
Was that
before
right?
we'd seen the movie, we were like, oh, which one? Who is he playing? Is he like number two to
I
Harrison
didn't know
Ford?
that. I didn't even know. That's quite cool. Yeah, wow, that's cool.
It's crazy. It's crazy, isn't it? And as a mini Gone Baby Gone reunion, which I didn't click when I was watching the movie. I was like, oh my goodness, it's a Gone Baby Gone reunion with Michelle and Casey.
Yeah.
But in terms of your character, I mean, people have seen you in Hunger Games, Me Before You, Journey's End, whatever else. This feels like it's obviously, to say something different. Is it fun to do that? I mean, do you get offered these kind of things? Have you been offered them before, or is this a rare occurrence where you were just like, yes, I'm definitely going to be doing this?
Strangely, like, I mean, the first sort of what felt like 10 years of my career or whatever it was, like, I felt like I was sort of playing the same role almost in different films. Like, I felt like I was always sort of playing the romantic lead, or the man who was sort of somewhat involved in some form of romance. And I think not that I got sick of it at all. Like, I definitely enjoy exploring that side to my character, and enjoy those films, and personally am a fan of those sort of genre films. So it's never been like a ball ache. But I think for me, I since having kids, strangely, I've definitely enjoyed, and seem to be getting more opportunities to play villains, and to sort of express a darker side to my personality. And I think having kids and being a dad and not having the opportunity to necessarily be able to express myself, my darker side at home. It's nice to have the outlet, you know, in film and to kind of explore, you know, a different side of myself and challenge myself in new ways. Yeah, I suppose those sort of offers have come around a bit more of recent years. But I haven't sort of made a conscious decision to sort of step away from one or the other. It's just like I don't know. I guess there's a gut feeling, and I go for a script that I enjoy, whatever that may be.
Yeah, and I guess it's true. You would probably agree with, you know, a lot of the greats have said when they get to play bad guys, it's kind of freeing in a sense, but also you get to channel things that you normally wouldn't channel. I mean, did you find this a freeing experience? Did you find this an experience where you thought, I haven't touched these things before. It's nice to kind of go off on a tangent that I wouldn't normally go on to.
Like for me, like as an actor, I think the thing that I enjoy the most is portraying people or sort of learning about something that I don't know about already, like challenging myself mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever it is. Like I think as long as it's a challenge, and I think playing someone who's you know that so manipulative and obsessive and you know meticulous, it's so far removed from who I am in so many ways that I think I enjoyed the opportunity of. I think it's always enjoyable to try and make a bad person likable. Like that's the challenge, and I think be it through their charm or whatever it is. Like I think, you know, for example, going through like Peaky Blinders and making Oswald Mosley one of the, you know, most feared and hated men in sort of English politics. Like trying to make that man likable was a real challenge, and I think that those sort of challenges are the things that I enjoy as an actor exploring most. So. Long may it continue, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. And you say you're in Mexico now, and then you've been confirmed to do Peaky Blinders series 6, I believe. Are you looking forward to going back? Because it's been a little while.
I've been back. Oh,
you've been back already.
I've done my fair bit, and you know, I don't want to give any spoilers, but it was the first job I've done since the pandemic hit. And in all honesty, I think there was a sort of real comfort in knowing that I was going to something I was familiar with and people I was familiar with and a character that I was familiar with. Because I think kind of stepping back onto a set and in a very, very different atmosphere, in a very, very different environment, you know, like the amount of precautions that are taken on set, everyone wearing masks, it's a slower process overall, but everyone's so much more focused, strangely. I guess there's a lot less time wasting, and people are only on set if they need to be on set, and they're only sort of faffing or doing their touches if they need to do their touches. Like it was just nice to know that there was a sort of safety net and a support already built in because it was something I was familiar with. So yeah, it was definitely really, really good to be back. I'm very excited for people to see the new series.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few surprises you can't tell us about.
There's so many, but yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited, and I don't exactly know when the release date is going to be. I know they're still got bits that they're filming now, but it's very, very exciting.
Fantastic. Look forward to it. Thank you so much for your time again. Lovely to talk to you as ever.
Cheers, Scott.
Thanks so much. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You Guys.